The year is 2005. Anakin turns to the dark side. YouTube debuts, and we couch jump for Mariah, McDreamy, and a girl with a dragon tattoo. T-minus 20. Rewind 20 years with Joe and Mel.
Week of 15 January 2006.
T-minus 20.
Hey, what do you think this is, a talk show?
T-minus
20.
It's an icebreaker, don't judge me yet.
This is bananas.
Chappelle, you will come home!
20. My question is, who approved that shit?
Do you see where this is going?
20.
Not really.
20.
I have similar questions about approvals, but I'm glad that you have approved to subscribe to our little podcast and you're joining us here on T-minus 20, where we throw back to this time 20 years ago in history, of course, but not so much so this week. We're throwing back to a previous few weeks that we recorded. Oh, I can't even do that
20
correctly.
years ago-ish.
Yeah, that was good.
Not exactly 20 years ago.
Ish.
Maybe a little bit more. 20.003.
That's right. Yes, and once we get back out of summer programming, which will be next week, you can actually hear me bumble an intro that is perfectly relevant to this week in history 20 years ago. So that'll
Fabulous.
be fun. I'm Joe. That's Mel over there. That's
Yes.
got it all together. And we're on holidays for one more week, and then T-minus 20 comes back full on for 2026/2006 next week.
Yeah, so kids are getting ready to go back to school.
Yeah.
People are getting ready to go back to work. I think we'll find that everybody's going to be circling back.
I think a lot
Remember,
of
a lot of people are going to circle back in the new year. There's going to be lots of circling back going on in the next few weeks.
I think a lot of people are already back at work. I mean, you've been already back at work for a bit and stuff at the time of recording, of course. But I mean, it's just one of those things where I still don't really feel ready to face 2006 or 2026 for that matter,
But the
which is
good
why we're
news-
doing more summer programming.
The good news is, if you still write 2025, you can easily turn that 5 into a 6.
Yeah,
So it's a good year.
It's a bit
It's a
janky,
good year
but
for
it works.
forgetfulness.
Anyway, heaps of stuff still
Yes.
to look at in this episode.
Some best bits. Yes.
Indeed. The failure that was the Wikitorial.
Oh,
Getting
yes.
the community
so much
to
promise,
write. I mean,
so much hope. It was a great idea in theory.
Just a foretelling of why we can't have nice things. And if anyone's still on social media reading comments or doing any of that sort of stuff, I think the Wikitorial is like your ground zero, your exhibit A as to why we can't have nice things and why we shouldn't be doing that stuff. Batman began
Yes.
back in 2005.
Oh, we had a good chat about Ned Kelly too.
That's right.
Most
Speaking
of
of vigilantes,
Australia's
masked
relative.
vigilantes, didn't live in a cave, didn't dress up as a bat, but
No.
did have a suit of armour made of
Did.
tin? I don't know if it was tin. I think it was iron. I think
Iron?
bullets would go
I
through
don't know.
tin. Anyway, there's that, and we can talk about, the longevity of people who have Ned Kelly stickers on their utes and tattoos and whatnot as well. You'll find out more about that. We boomed. If it wasn't one thing, it was another. Sid the Kid came and joined us.
Oh, with his Xbox 360 facts.
Yes.
Dropping the knowledge bombs. That
Normally
was
wouldn't
good.
work with kids and animals, but Sid the Kid's pretty good.
And we had our first meme. This is where memes first started with
yes.
Peppy the Frog.
Yes. Yeah, from
his
humble
origin
beginnings
story.
to some fairly right-wing endings, which was not so good for Peppy the Frog. But if you didn't know about Peppy the Frog, Mel has a lot of info to present with that, and I thought that was definitely worth revisiting. Chicken Little got hit by Akon, and that was just because I can't pronounce acorn properly, but that was worth it. And then there's a books we didn't read that I went back on, and look, it was one of those things. It was one of those things, one of those late nights where we were recording and everything, one thing led to another. We all got a little bit carried away.
And you got an accent.
Yes. So for our last week of summer programming, that's it. Go and enjoy it. This is a funny story in the news this week. I like this story.
And it's a very ahead of its time. I feel like there's been a few things that have kind of stolen the idea
and it's
later.
and it is really why we can't have nice things. It really is.
21st of June 2005, the LA Times has to suspend its experiment that was called Wikitorial after just 3 days because of vandalism. That might not be the best way to describe it. Just the internet.
Yeah.
Because of the internet.
Yeah, because because internet.
Internet. They had a big idea, big bold idea in June 2005. Take the newspaper's daily editorial, put it online, and here's the kicker: let anyone on the internet edit it.
They crowdsourced it.
Crowdsourced
Yeah,
the
it's like
editorial.
Wikipedia, but in editorial form.
And look, for about 36
What can we call
hours,
it? I've got a great idea. Let's call it Wikitorial.
Wikitorial. For 36 hours, it was bold, and it was the new frontier of reader engagement.
Yeah, so the readers could debate and then revise and rewrite the editorial, like on something like the Iraq War. It was
what could go wrong?
It was like one giant Google Doc that everyone was collaborating on.
Was there track
right?
changes?
Well,
was there commenting?
yeah, I think their intentions were quite noble.
Yeah, I think so too.
Really. Open dialogue, participatory journalism,
Well, we're all citizen journalists
democracy,
now, really.
yada, yada, yada.
librarians.
Exactly. But you know what happened? This is why we can't have nice things. Total dumpster fire. And it happened pretty quick too. It spread like fire very
Within
quickly.
hours.
Within hours. Overrun. Completely because internet. Overrun by trolls, pranksters, people with really strong opinions.
All the opinions.
Zero chill. Nobody knows how to behave on there. So it develops into just this free-for-all of vandalism, partisan flame wars, people going back and forth abusing each other, and then eventually
Nudes.
pornography.
Send nudes.
Which is
Pics.
exactly what the internet always spirals down into. You are only like 4 to 5 mouse clicks away from seeing a penis or vagina on the internet, in all its glory.
Yeah, it's
Absolutely.
like the whatever degrees of Kevin Bacon, isn't it?
Well, yes, with the emphasis on the bacon.
It started out with petty edits and sarcasm.
Yeah, as I think you'll find. I think you'll find.
With mocking rewrites like, war is great, let's have more of them. Not very helpful.
No, of course not, but very internet.
Then, the editorial, which was about the Iraq War, was meant to spark intelligent debate. Instead, it became a bit of a back and forth between pro and anti-war users who constantly rewrote and then rewrote the article to basically reflect their side. So they just kind of type over each other.
Yeah, so it'd be like, oh, this is all a terrible mistake in one paragraph. They'd be like, the war's a tragic mistake. And then the next line would be like, oh, but hoorah for the American liberation efforts.
War is great.
Yeah.
War is wonderful. And then moderation broke down. So even the moderators, the sensible people saying, come on, let's all do the right thing here.
There's only so much tug of war and pushing and prodding you can do before somebody just goes, why don't you all f*** off? And that's exactly what happened. And then the profanity really took off.
Lots of rants. Oh, conspiracy theories as well. We
Yeah.
had a few of those.
Fake
popping up.
news before fake news even was a fake news thing.
Yeah, and then the final nail in the experiment's coffin,
Nudity.
the nudes,
Yeah.
dick pics.
About 5 mouse clicks away, like I said.
Graphic material. So they had to end the project, pulling the whole thing offline, calling it a moderation nightmare.
On one Saturday night, people started flooding it with really horrible pornography. The newsroom lawyer at the LA Times said she was a First Amendment absolutist her whole life, but having read this stuff, she came in Monday morning and said she's starting to have doubts. It was really awful, and we had to give it up. But there are people, the first people to try things often get it wrong, and others are trying this experiment, and it's working. They have gates to keep people out and various things. And, you have to encourage experimentation if we're going to find a way out of the current mess that newspapers are in. I think you have to try everything. So we tried this and it didn't work.
It certainly didn't. That was LA Times editor Michael Kinsley there.
I loved it. He had a sense of humour about it.
Well, I think he's right.
Gave it a go. Gave it a red hot go.
And by
Good
the
on
end of
them.
it took a weekend. It was a weekend, and then it was like, I'd say we take off and nuke the entire site from orbit. It's the only way to be sure.
Yes.
And so they did. They said it was a noble experiment, but the damage was done, and the internet had spoken, and they were like, you trusted us with this? It just did not work. And so it was a bit of a punchline.
It was at the time. time, but looking back now,
Yeah.
it really was the start of things like Wikipedia, and it was a great use case around, well, you can do it, but you need to have some guardrails in place. You need to have a bit of governance.
Yes.
People need rules
Yeah.
and a bit of structure. But
Moderation.
You can do
Content
it.
moderation.
Yes.
Verification. People need to be limited in how much they participate.
Yeah, and,
You know.
and you have to give your name. You have to put your name to things.
Yeah,
so
that's
we
right.
know. We know who's posting
You
the
can't
tits.
have nice things. It was just, well, yes, you need to know who's posting the tits. You need to make sure
Always.
that they're official tits and that they're tits that have been given up with consent, and that the person that
They're
posted
validated
them
tits.
not only sought content, but that has posted those tits within the moderation guideline. And
Yes,
if those
under
tits
Creative
are outside
Commons.
of the moderation
Creative
guidelines, then
Commons.
those tits have no place on that forum.
So what did we learn? We learnt that moderation is crucial.
Yes.
So, like, look at Wikipedia. There is comprehensive governance structures to manage content and behaviour.
Yeah, but stuff still gets through. People still go on after
But
events. and-
not in the same kind of way.
Well, it
It's
gets
not
fixed.
as
It
not
gets
as
fixed
unhinged.
pretty quick,
Yes. Understanding the dynamics of the platform. So understanding how collaborative platforms function. And you need the community of engaged users. You
Yeah.
need the people that are going to kind of do what's intended, not
hijack,
posters.
not hijackers. Yeah.
Yeah, and clear editorial guidelines. So actually tell them what you want them to do in there. Establish that from the start, and foster constructive engagement. So
Yeah.
ask questions.
Yeah.
Help people along the way. Give them some guidance
Yeah.
there.
Help them clean the mud off their digital footprint.
Yeah.
Like I've got very muddy digital footprints, and I got down into the mud, and it's such a waste of time. A huge movie release tops the box office in the USA.
Tell us, Mr. Wayne. What do you fear?
How do you know my name?
The world is too small for someone like Bruce Wayne to disappear.
Your parents' death was not your fault.
My parents deserve justice. I cannot let that pass.
If you make yourself more than just a man, then you become something else entirely.
Which is?
A legend, Mr. Wayne.
Master Wayne, are you coming back for long, sir? As long as it takes to show the people of Gotham their city doesn't belong to the criminals and the corrupt.
Bruce?
Rachel?
You were gone a long time.
I know.
Things are worse than ever down here. What chance does Gotham have when the good people do nothing?
No makes survival suit for advanced infantry. Kevlar utility harness, gas-powered magnetic grapple gun.
What's that?
Oh, the tumbler? Well, you wouldn't be interested in that.
Oh, the Tumbler, the big Batmobile. It was so great. Batman Begins. Christopher Nolan's reboot of the Batman franchise. What a film. Before all of the Batman voice, because he changes his voice. And everyone was like, what the is he doing in this movie? Before the why so serious, all of that stuff, there was Batman Begins.
Did you discuss it on Reddit?
I didn't. No,
Okay,
I was
didn't
too
have
scared of
opinions on
Reddit
Reddit?
at that time.
You just read
I
it on Reddit.
hadn't conquered my fear
Okay,
there.
good.
you know.
You're still lurking.
I
at
need to
this stage.
become something they fear. I need to become the knight. Yeah, no, I didn't.
You
on
liked
Reddit.
that. You liked this one.
Yeah, I thought it was great. It was a really gritty Batman film. Christopher Nolan did an awesome job. And I think it's underrated in all those Batman movies because they all kind of live in the shadow of The Dark Knight with Heath Ledger turning in such a great performance. But I think Batman Begins in many ways was a better movie. I thought it was really good. 2005 game changer, this one. You know, we just got over Batman and Robin. It had gone. Tim Burton kind of rebooted it and it was gritty. And then it kind of went campy again, like really campy with Batman and Robin. And then Christopher Nolan's done this, and it was awesome. It was because Batman was just on kind of life support. And Nolan was hot property. He'd just done Memento, that film with Guy Pearce.
And this is one that had Katie Holmes in it.
Yeah, it did. For this particular film, she was replaced by Maggie Gyllenhaal in the second film, though.
Ah, yes.
Yeah. who was then blown up by the Joker, spoiler alert. But it was good. It went really into his origins, like the whole grief and the guilt and all of that sort of stuff. So it was cool.
And Christian Bale, didn't he have to put on a heap of weight because he'd done that one where he lost all the weight?
Yeah, well, I think he ended up only weighing something
healthy.
like 40 kilos.
Yo-yo diet.
Ridiculous. And then he got really big. He ate too many pies. And then they were like, dude, you bulked up way too much for this role.
I think he did eat pies. Didn't they ask him? I'm pretty sure he said something about eating pies.
He bulked up a lot. Like he was...
It's very unhealthy.
He did a lot of weight training. He got very big. And that thing with the voice, the voice.
Index.
He does the voice. He's like, well, if I talk like this, people think I'm Bruce Wayne. But if I do it like this, they'll never tell the difference and they'll think that I'm Batman. So he did that. It's kind of like Clark Kent's glasses, but in voice form.
Right.
He did that. That was his idea. That was Christian Bale's idea. Like
Great
Christopher
idea,
Nolan's
Christian.
like, I reckon that's a really shitty idea. I don't think we should do that. But he insisted because he reckoned that Bruce needed to sound different when he put the costume. I've got a costume on, so I sound different.
It reminds me.
Do you ever talk differently when you wear different clothes?
No, but it reminds me of a tweet that this person posted. And there was someone new starting at their work.
What kind of tweet was it?
The person starting at their work's name was Wayne Bruce. And she gets introduced to Wayne Bruce and she goes, it's my nemesis, Man Bat. And she goes, and no one laughed. Seriously, I'm wasted here. And then someone commented, not all capes wear heroes.
But let me take you to regional Victoria.
Oh, please do.
Regional Victoria, to the area of Wangaratta, the district around Wangaratta.
Love the Wang.
I have that on good authority. Let me take you to the small precinct of Glenrowan.
Ah, yes. Know it well.
The little place outside of Wangaratta where Ned Kelly was at some stage.
Doing
I think
things.
he died.
Did some
there.
things
He got
there.
shot. He had a bit of a standoff with the coppers and stuff. Anyway, and thus 1,000 bumper stickers were born. But yes, that's that's the birthplace of bumper stickers. No, so obviously everyone knows Ned Kelly and the history, and that's Glenrowan is where
he's
met
a bush
his demise.
ranger for our American friends might not know
He's
this.
like
And our friend
Australia's-
from Hesse in Germany would definitely not be familiar
He's
with
like
Ned
Australia's Billy the Kid.
It's bush ranger.
And I don't know if they had bush rangers in Germany.
No, I don't think so.
it'd be-
No.
Hans the Child. I don't know. So anyway, Glenrowan in Victoria on the 2nd of July 2005 was officially added to Australia's National Heritage List.
Yes. It's a precinct, the Glenrowan Heritage Precinct.
Yes,
and
it's
it
a little
encompasses
precinct in Victoria. Yes, so it's not just the town; it goes around the town as well, does it?
Yes, it's a precinct that covers off key locations tied to the dramatic events of June 1880 when the Kelly gang engaged in a siege. So this is what happened against police forces. So there were some notable sites within the precinct, including the original railway platform where the police train arrived during the siege.
Welcome to Glenrowan.
First stop, the Kelly gang.
Yes.
The site of Anne Jones's Glenrowan Inn, where the gang held hostages and it was later burnt down by the police.
That
and
would have
also
been devastating, having a small
the
pub
Kelly
burned down.
log.
Oh, the Kelly log.
They preserved the Kelly log, which was the location where Ned Kelly was finally captured after being wounded.
Good, okay.
Different
I
log.
thought, because
Different log.
sometimes
You've got to get a fright when the police are shooting at you. Yes.
After they hang you, you yourself. I thought that maybe that's what it was.
So the sites offer a tangible connection to a pivotal moment in Australian history, providing insights to the events that have shaped a national identity.
Let's hear from Dave at the Visit Wangaratta YouTube channel once more.
G'day everybody, Dave here, and welcome to the next episode of Discover Wangaratta.
Jeez.
Today we're in Glenrowan, and we're here to discover and explore the rich history this area has to offer. Our first stop is the Ned Kelly Discovery Hub, the perfect place to begin your journey in Glenrowan. Here you'll uncover the story of the Kelly gang and the events that shaped this historic town. After exploring inside, head upstairs to the platform for stunning 360-degree views of the surrounding landscape. It's a great way to imagine where Ned once stood and plan your next stop in town. For me, that next stop is the iconic Kellyland.
Imagine where Ned once stood.
You could go over to the
Stunning
YouTube,
views.
the Visit Wangaratta YouTube channel and find out
was
what
informative.
Kellyland was actually like.
Kellyland, that screams amusement park. Kellyland.
I think it does. I don't think it's. I imagine if it was like a really tacky amusement park and had like rides and stuff.
That would be good.
Like some kind of Ned's crazy roller coaster. You know.
Yeah, I can see it now. Pony rides.
Can you? Cosplay. You know, people
Circle
walking
work.
around in just metal armour.
It'd be circle work.
In the Kelly, well, you have a bumper sticker competition. The youths have to spin around in a little synchronised circle work thing and then show off their Ned Kelly Such Is Life bumper stickers.
I love that it has a Discovery Hub as well, which has immersive
Or is that a
exhibits.
Discovery Hubcap Mill?
and the displays that delve into the complexity of the Kelly saga. It's very complex.
It was complex.
And I think we've reflected.
I think we're downplaying. I think the people of Glenrowan would be very upset with this little piece that we're doing.
We've said this before. No, look, it's great. We've said this before too. It's just funny how everyone in Australia is related to Ned Kelly.
Yes.
You ask anyone on the street.
Yeah.
They're related.
It's my second, third cousin, once removed, brother, sister's friend.
Well, my dad said, well, we're not related. We're related to the police that captured. Well, not the ones that captured him. I think it's like my great-great-great-great-great-grandfather was a policeman who was friends with the Kelly family. He was friends with Ned's mum.
Yeah.
So he didn't want to capture him. He was friends with them.
You're going into
Apparently.
a lot of detail here. You seem to
That's
know
what I
a
mean.
lot.
We're all related to Ned Kelly or the police. We're somehow all connected.
Yeah. Apparently I am too.
Yeah.
According to, but I don't even know. So
You did like a DNA test and you were like 13%
and
Ned Kelly.
If that's the case, because we're married, like, is that legal? Is this legal?
Oh, dear.
I'm not sure.
I don't know.
Is somebody going to come after us?
I don't know.
better start welding myself a metal suit so I can fend them off when they come to kick our door in, because it's like, you're in an illegal relationship because you're related to Ned Kelly, both of you. Which explains a lot, actually, about the people that put all the bumper stickers and get the tattoos.
Well, this is the thing. It's turned into a movement.
The Ned Kelly movement. There was that stat that I told you about ages ago in an episode previous. Oh, by the way, 200 episodes. I forgot to mention that at the start of the show.
Such is
200
life.
episodes just made me think about it. If you cast your mind, but happy 200 episodes to us. We'll talk about it at the end of the show. But yeah, if you cast your mind back to, I don't know, some episode that we did ages ago, there was an article that I brought forth.
About if you had a Such Is Life tattoo, you were going to, chances of dying were higher.
Like 25% higher. Yeah,
Dying.
something like that. Your chances of meeting a very untimely death
Misadventure.
were significantly higher.
On the Kelly log.
Yeah.
Well, it has actually brought out a whole range of merchandise.
Of course,
you know
it has.
you're in regional Australia when Ned Kelly's protecting your car.
The whole local
he's on
economy.
your mailbox.
The local economy of
Keeping your
Glenrowan
tools
depends
safe.
on it. Really? You've got a Ned Kelly toolbox?
Yeah, the Such Is Life is obviously the bumper sticker that you see on the back of cars, bumper bars, ute toolboxes.
Oh, right, gotcha.
Tattooed on someone's calf.
Yeah.
There's a whole range, though. There's a whole set. There's the I Drive Like a Kelly, outlaw style.
Oh, really?
That's often seen on utes that like circle work.
Yeah, wow. Yeah, you might as well just say, pull me over.
Bushranger Built Kelly Tough, which is a parody of the Ford Built Tough slogan. So often on a Ford Ranger and sometimes paired with an image of his armour. You often see his armour incorporated into the stickers.
It didn't end up being, well, I mean, it was tough to a degree.
Ned was framed.
Oh, really?
Live like a Kelly, die like a legend. These are the bumper stickers.
Yeah, that person's not going to last very long. I definitely don't want that person driving behind me. Anyone's got a bumper, I want to be reading that bumper sticker as they're going well past me and far off into the distance.
This car is protected by Ned Kelly's security.
Well, see, now that I don't know.
Lots of decals of the helmet, the bucket helmet.
Oh,
Metal cutouts of Ned for mailbox toppers.
They do
or
look
on
good
fences.
on the old mailbox or on the fence. The old corrugated iron Ned Kelly cutout. Yep.
Yep.
Like that Pro Heart style Ned Kelly.
Stubby holders.
Yep.
And then tattoo flash sheets. I think too he really influenced the hipster movement of about 5 or 6 years
Oh,
ago.
the curly mustaches.
The beards. The beards are very
The bushranger beards, yeah.
They've moved into the mainstream. You see a lot of bushranger beards these days.
You do
I
see
feel like that
what
was influenced by Ned.
yeah, I think Ned had a hand in that. Absolutely. The bushranger beard. And I think, like you said, I think he had a hand in lots and lots of garden ornaments as well.
There's one down near the lake.
Yeah.
Have you seen
a
that
little
one?
Ned Kelly garden ornament. Is there?
Have you seen that
Is
one?
it? What is it? Is it like a wind
You know
chime,
where the
or has it
rocks
got
of the world are?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. No, it's
Across
just
the road
staked in
from
the
there.
ground.
Yeah, it's just I think it might be a scarecrow because it's near some planter boxes.
Really?
That they grow zucchinis and pumpkin on the side of the footpath. It's not even in their yard. But there's Ned Kelly watching over
So
them.
there's two things. It's a garden ornament and it's protected by Ned Kelly security.
Yes.
Stand corrected.
Are you ready for a boom care of Giselle?
Absolutely. Oh, Giselle's got a boom.
Yes.
Rightio.
Not going to lie, when I was younger, I always thought adults were being dramatic when they said, if it's not one thing, it's another. But now as an adult, I can confirm without hesitation that if it's not one thing, it's another.
Me.
That's me. That's me when I open up the letterbox and there's mail in there. I'm like,
If it's
what
not one
now?
thing, it's absolutely.
What the and you get an email.
Yeah.
Here's another.
Yep. Every time I
And
send you
another
an
one.
SMS. See, that was a real reaction
If
then.
it's not one
That was
thing,
too
it's
real.
another. And if I don't reply in time, then I'll get another message, or then you react to a message that I sent you 4 weeks ago.
Yeah, well, I look
or I
at
get
it.
a couple of little dots appearing. Like, what?
Yeah, well, I look at it and I'm like, if it's not one thing, I'll send 4 other messages. I still don't get a fucking reply. So
very busy.
There you
I'm
go.
a very busy person. If it's not one thing, it's another. I'm doing one thing and another. I'm too busy to answer
Safe
your messages.
space, but I've just counter-boomed your boom. And we're all booms are good booms.
They've all
okay?
just disappeared out into the
And you know
open.
why? Because if it's not one thing, it's another. We're going to talk about the Xbox 360. We need to have an expert come in.
An Xbox expert.
Sid the Kid. Bring in Sid the Kid. Hello, Sid.
Hey guys, I heard you're talking about Xbox 360.
How did you hear that? The walls have ears around here,
Well,
don't they?
I knew it came out on November 22nd.
Okay, careful. Don't go too early. Don't peek
use
too
all
early.
your facts straight away.
That's
Not
right.
gonna, I'm not
So
gonna.
we've got 5 Xbox facts as delivered by Sid the Kid. Fact number 1.
Okay, fact number 1. Xbox 360 was one of the most anticipated Microsoft launches in history.
Yes, it was. Correct.
In 2006, the Xbox 360s that were launched in 2005 had a major defect called the Red Ring of Death. Yes, bring that music in, bring that music.
Oh my goodness, the Red Ring of Death. So that's 2 down. That's fact 1 and 2. What's fact 3?
One of the most best games that was released on the system was Gears of War.
Yes.
Because of how poly it was and how good the HD graphics were. Everyone loved it.
Oh, good. Okay, well, that's excellent. Okay. Facts, what are we up to? 4? Fact number 4.
There were 2 more revisions of the Xbox 360 that came out in 2009 and 2012. The first one was the Xbox 360 Slim. That came out in 2009. And then there was the Xbox 360E, which came out in 2012. These were both not affected by the Red Ring of Death, thank God.
Thank goodness. Was that 5 or was that 4?
4.
4. Okay. What's fact 5?
The Xbox 360 was discontinued in 2016, but remains the best-sold Xbox console.
Yeah, amazing. Okay. All of those are great. One more bonus. Can you give me one more bonus fact?
Yep, the third Halo was supposed to be the final Halo, but then Halo 4 came out.
Yay! Awesome. Round of applause. Thank you very much, Sid the Kid.
You're very welcome, man.
All right.
If you're going to talk about the Wii next year, I can do that
Oh,
too.
okay, sure. We'll call you up when we need to talk about Wii's. Thank you very much, mate. Off to bed now.
10th of December 2005.
Yep.
A big moment for Australia.
Australia.
Yes.
Such a great story for Australia.
2 Australians walk onto the Nobel stage and rewrite the story of modern medicine.
Do they what? Oh, this is such a good story.
Dr. Robin Warren a quite meticulous pathologist from Perth.
Yes.
And Professor Barry Marshall, a fiery young clinician.
Yes.
Together, they proved something the medical world refused to believe. They proved that stomach ulcers are actually caused by bacteria, not stress, not spicy food, not type A personalities.
Of course, because don't worry so much, you'll give yourself an ulcer. And that's not true. And in 2005, we find out that's not true. And all of a sudden, you can't walk around and say to people, don't worry so much, you'll give yourself... It might have been a bit before 2005 because this is when they win the award. But you know what I mean.
Yes. It all started in the late 70s, actually.
If you have too many of those bloody Rogan Josh curries, you'll give yourself an ulcer.
Warren kept spotting strange spiral-shaped bacteria in biopsies from patients' stomachs. Everyone else ignores it except for Marshall, who looks at the findings and is like, mate, what if this is the whole thing? They propose the idea to the medical establishment.
Yes.
The establishment, no.
They're
absolutely
no,
not.
that's bullshit. Absolutely not. My God.
bullshit.
No, absolutely. That's got nothing to do with anything. Those little spiral bacterias.
No.
It's a figment of your
Nothing to do
imagination.
with the
They
ulcers.
gaslit them back out the door. They're like, get out of here.
They spend the 80s and 90s fighting the establishment. Doctors don't believe them. Journals roll their eyes. The whole gastro community just, go away.
Yep.
Sit down. You're wrong.
Exactly. Go home, Australian scientists. You're drunk.
So Marshall decides to prove his point.
He's like, I'll give you drunk.
Yes.
Barry's like, yeah, I'll show them. And this is such a mad scientist thing to do. This is like, and the thing is they've been doing research now for nearly 20 years.
Yes,
and
started in
so
the late 70s.
It's wearing them down a little bit. They've been going up against them this whole
one's
time.
listening.
He's like, if you've got to get something done, you do it yourself. And so he drinks a beaker of Helicobacter pylori. And then he gets sick. His stomach inflames. He has early onset stomach ulcer symptoms, nausea. And then he takes some antibiotics and he's cured.
It's a miracle.
Exactly. And it becomes this big, I told you so. And it's nothing, it's so good for an Australian to be like that. It's like a King G commercial, It's just like, mate, I run this place. I don't want accidents. Don't back chat me. I know boats, And he's just, it's just the biggest I told you so moment. And it's just great for an Australian to be delivering an I told you so moment to the medical fraternity.
Before this revelation, before the drinking of the bacteria, millions of people suffered from ulcers, and treatment basically went like years of antacids.
Some Tums. Have some Tums.
Bit of Mylanta.
Quickies. Take a Quickies.
I don't mind a Quickies. I like the flavour of them.
When I was a kid, I was a little bit jealous of parents being able to have the Quickies because they're having
I like
lifesavers.
the chewy ones. I like
Lollies.
the chewy Quickies.
I wish they do maybe a
ones.
fruit tingle flavoured Quickies or
yes, that'd be good for us.
Lifesavers Thirst flavoured Quickies. Yeah, but no.
Yes, years of antacids. My dad had one. It was like a white milky one.
Mylanta.
No, it wasn't Mylanta. It was called something else.
Gaviscon.
It wasn't one. It was a prescription one. It was
a whole
like
bunch of products. Oh, really?
It was like a heavy duty one.
Wow.
Yeah.
Jeez.
I can't remember what it was called. It had a funny name.
That'd be a prescription medication to get addicted to, wouldn't it?
Yes. Not just the antacids. Also, there was high-risk surgeries.
Yes,
Diets were a thing. You can't eat this, you can't eat
Spicy
that.
food, that's right.
Lots of pain.
Marshall and Warren go, no, it's bacteria. Just have some antibiotics.
Yeah, you'll be right, mate.
Easy.
No probs.
Yeah. Call me and take 2 of them and call me in the morning. And
it saved thousands of lives.
Yes.
And it stopped a lot of surgeries needing to happen. But I think Big Pharma was a bit pissed.
The big pharma community, especially the people that in the antacid business just went, oh, man. We need to. They're like, look at this.
We need to pivot.
They've stalled it. These guys have been going since the 70s, and we've kept him quiet for a while, and we've pushed him too far. He's drunk himself, and he's cured it, and now he's told the world. We are. They're done. I know. So he's the doctor who drank bacteria. The global science media are like, this is the final nail in the coffin for any urban myths about stomach ulcers. And the medical institutions have had to go, oh, yeah, I guess.
Yeah, we told them to rack off years ago.
Probably shouldn't have told you to rack off after all that. Sorry, our bad.
Whoops.
And the Nobel judges are like, these guys are definitely going to win because look at how courageous and stubborn and crazy they are. Refusal to accept bad science, but will do bad experiments. And as a consequence, Barry even says it's a bad idea. He said that in the grab that we played at the start, but he also said this, which is hilarious.
A lot of people in the field thought it was a good experiment and went ahead and did it themselves. Not all as successful as myself because I did have an infection only for 2 weeks. But I know a colleague from New Zealand, he had it for 3 years. He could not get rid of the bacteria.
3 years? Oh, Barry, what have you started?
It's like all these copycat scientists who are like finally getting to indulge their Dr. Jekyll, Mr. Hyde, mad
Barry
scientist fantasy where they can drink the serum and become the monster and then cure themselves. They get the antidote and cure themselves as the monster.
Jeez, he'd be pissed off with Barry.
Like something out of a classic novel.
Oh, my goodness. So 20 years on, the breakthrough still stands as one of the most important medical discoveries of the 20th century.
Yep.
And ulcer-related deaths plummet worldwide, which is fabulous. It's fabulous, but it's also one of those Australian legacies.
It's just that legend status. He gets legend status because he's like, oh, I've got no one to experiment on. It's going to, and the reason why he had to do it himself is because otherwise they've got to wait. They've got to go and get volunteers. They've got to screen people. He's like, and he's just going, I'm going to do it myself.
Exactly. Great for Australian tourism.
Just the Australian way.
Let's go over there where that guy drank the bacteria. Let's go over to Australia. Those guys are crazy.
Yep.
Put us on the map along with the Wi-Fi and the black box and the ear implant.
The cochlear implant. Yes. And the bloke who drank the bacteria and cured it with antibiotics.
All right. Meme time.
Okay, then.
November 2005 is when we have the birth of one Peppy the Frog. I don't remember this at the time. And I said Peppy the Frog out loud and I was like, I wonder what Peppy looks like. Yeah. And then our son just went fossicking in my What Do You Meme game and found Peppy straight away. And I was like, oh, that's Peppy.
Yes.
In his infancy, Pepe was basically depicted as a stoner, saying the phrase, feels good, man. He then became a popular internet meme, even shared by celebrities. According to CNN, Pepe the Frog was one of the biggest memes on Tumblr in 2015. But like some kids do when they grow up, Pepe fell in with the wrong crowd. Commenters on bigoted, racist, and anti-Semitic threads in online forums like 4chan, 8chan, and Reddit transformed Pepe. He went from teenage stoner frog to various symbols of hate, including Hitler and a Ku Klux Klan member. But not all Pepe memes are hateful. The ADL said it's important to examine use of the meme only in context. For Newsium, Lauren Stevenson.
Thank you, Lauren. And what a lovely news sting you have at the end of your little segment.
That was good.
Yeah, so, I mean, things ended badly for Pepe. But in 2005, things were still quite innocent for Pepe the Frog.
Well, that's when he started. So he was designed by a cartoonist called Matt Fury.
Yes.
And he was a frog, but he had a person's body, frog head on person's body.
That's right.
And he originated in the web comic called Boys Club.
Yes.
And the first edition, which came out in November 2005.
Yes, so still very innocent.
Well, kind of. I mean, he was a frog with a human body wearing a blue shirt, and he's in the first edition, and he was actually doing a wee. He was doing a wee. He still had his pants on; they were just pulled down, and he was doing a wee. And one of his roommates was like, because he'd left the door open while he was doing a wee, and one of his friends says to him, "Why did you keep your pants on and just lower them while you're doing your wee?"
Yes,
probably didn't use that many words. Probably just said, "What are you doing?"
Yeah.
But, I had to paint the picture.
Yeah.
And that's when Peppy turned around and was like, feels good, man. And so then, Stoner Frog who just, casually doing a wee with his pants on.
Yes, and that's all fine. Perfectly innocent, just a frog taking a piss.
Yeah.
But then...
As you do.
Then, 2008 to 2010, we've got MySpace, we've got 4chan, we've got Reddit, we've got all those really... If you're not savvy... If you're not savvy on the internet, if you don't get memes, you don't want to be hanging around those places because they're going to eat you alive. Yeah.
Yes.
And that's where Peppy fell in with the wrong crowd, like they said in the story.
Yeah, so they turned him into, there was sad Peppy, smug Peppy, angry Peppy. And then it became, obviously really popular and still nothing too bad. But we get to 2015 and he's one of the most popular memes on 4chan and Tumblr.
Yeah.
And then things get a little bit dicey. So then he becomes associated with the alt-right movement. And some of the variations of the Peppy meme aligned with Nazis, Ku Klux Klan, white supremacists. So, yeah, not so great for Peppy. And I think he was also linked to Trump's campaign in 2016 somehow.
Yeah. Do you know what? That I was like, oh, we've been dealing with Trump since 2016.
Yeah, I was like, huh? Oh, wow.
That's depressing.
Can't believe it's been 2016. Wow.
Yeah.
And he was even classified. So he got an official classification as a hate symbol by the Anti-Defamation League, the ADL.
Yeah, the ADL were the ones
Peppy.
who but they do say that context means everything. But I think they had, how they have Free Comic Book Day? So the guy that invented him, Fury. He came out in 2017 on Free Comic Book Day, and he's like, Peppy's dead. We killed him off. Peppy is dead. He cannot and because of the fact that he was being used as a hate symbol.
Have nice things.
I've created this character,
innocent frog taking a piss, and look what you've done.
You've taken
look what
him,
you've done.
and you've turned him into.
You've taken the piss.
You've turned him into a war criminal. Effectively. You've turned him into Hitler, which is just. He's
just doing a wee.
Yeah,
being chill with his pants on.
And it is the blueprint for why we as a society can't have nice things.
Exactly.
Because there is always going to be some kind of fringe dwelling, whether it be left or right, doesn't matter, movement that is going to take something nice and wholesome that a lot of people love and enjoy and just f*** with it and ruin it for everyone. And then we can't have, and then it's gone, it's over.
If you are interested in Peppy, though, there was a documentary came out 5 years ago called Feels Good Man.
Yeah.
And it actually went into the detail of his creation, his memification, and the fight to actually save his character. And it reframed it into a case study on how internet culture can spiral beyond the creator's control, because he did obviously lose control of this art that he's created.
He's almost like the Jesus Christ of the meme world. He's like loved by everyone, and it was like the philosophy behind it that feels good, man. It was all okay. It was all great. And then somehow, everything got lost in communication and they killed him.
But even after that came out, I think a lot of online communities, particularly artists and meme fans, worked to reclaim his wholesome roots. They wanted him back in wholesome Peppy.
It's too late. As soon as you chuck a swastika on something.
There's no coming back.
Although, Volkswagen.
Number one at the US box office, a little animated film by the name of Chicken Little.
He saw the signs. He tried to warn us. Now, in our darkest hour, he's got a plan to save us all. Run! It's the end of the world.
The sky is falling.
Take cover! When it comes to saving the world, it helps to be a little chicken.
I loved this movie. I love the Chicken Little story. Even as a kid, I loved the story with the acorn, not like long.
You've gone like the complete opposite of the dad that calls acorn,
Yes.
and you've called an acorn.
Yes.
I love this.
There's
Full
a chicken.
circle.
There's a chicken just sitting out in the field and under a tree, and acorn fell on his head and started singing "Lonely, Mr. Lonely." Oh, an acorn. It's the sky is falling on my head, and it's just that story is so transcendent. Of just, is that the word I'm looking for? I don't even know. I called it acorn. I've lost my mind. That story is just. So it's one of the most relevant fairy tales of all time because, this thing happens and this person is hysterical and the groundswell of hysteria
and that's their
picks
truth
up
and they share their truth with everybody and everyone comes along for
like,
the ride.
well, it must be the truth. And it's like, nobody's like, maybe that's fake news. It's just like, nobody fact checks Chicken Little.
No.
And as a consequence, without that fact checking, and Chicken Little just manages to create an international incident pretty much. Just from one little acorn see, I did it again. Why can I not say acorn? Let's raise the bar and read something.
Yes.
Get into some literature.
Didn't read it.
No, it's a book we didn't read. But
number 1 on the New York Times.
We read the reviews.
Bestseller. It's called A Breath of Snow and Ashes. I believe it's part of, what's that show? I think your mum watches it. Outlander.
That one.
Outlander.
It's like a time travel show or something, isn't it? Doesn't somebody get transported back in time?
18th century or something
like
is that. Is it the same one? I don't know. I think it's kind of related.
Oh, maybe it is. Is it like a sequel to Outlander?
Is Outlander a series?
Maybe
I'm thinking of Highlander.
I didn't read the book.
What was Highlander?
Oh, that was great. That book was Christopher Lambert and Sean Connery. There's a sensation of feeling.
That was a movie,
it's
wasn't
the
it?
quickening. Yeah, and there could only be one, and you'd have to cut their heads off. It's like that dude Kurgan was chasing like Christopher Lambert around. He's like,
oh, okay. Well, I don't know if
Christopher Lambert.
I don't know if this is related.
Sean Connery.
But anyway, maybe you could do the synopsis and we'll all find out what it's got to do with.
Okay. Did you say Scottish?
Yeah.
All right. Hootsman. That sounds very Scottish to me. The year is 1772, and on the eve of the American Revolution, the long fuse of rebellion has already been lit. I'm going to die if I keep doing that.
Are you getting a bit lightheaded?
Men lie dead in the streets of Boston and in the backwoods of North Carolina. Isolated cabins burn in the forest. With chaos brewing, the governor calls upon Jamie Fraser to unite the backcountry and safeguard the colony for king and crown. But from his wife, Jamie knows that 3 years hence, since the shot heard around the world will be fired and the result will be independence. I'm not sure that made any sense, but I tried really hard. With those loyal to the king either dead or in exile. And there is also the matter of the tiny clipping from the Wilmington Gazette, dated 1776, which reports Jamie's death along with his kin. For once, he hopes his time-traveling family may be wrong about the future. Hootsman.
Do you need to take a little break? Need a rest? That's good.
I need some black pudding now.
Very good. Let's find out what...
Replace my electrolytes.
What the people thought. Rachel FM 1 star.
Rachel FM. Hello and welcome to Rachel FM with our special guest, Jennifer Aniston. No.
I think at this point we can all acknowledge the physical hotness, distinctiveness and prowess of the main character.
He's got a very sexy voice too.
I'm really satisfied without more of the same adjectives every time they shag. Are they even satisfied every time they shag?
They have adjectives every time they shag, or they want to do,
apparently.
want to do some similes.
Well,
why don't we go out the back and shake out me sporran?
Adjectives, describing words.
Yes, not similes.
Like or as. No, describing words.
I don't think I have many ways to articulate how to describe a shag.
Ludmila Vodikova gave it 1 star. There are 1,000,001 mentions of buttocks and breasts, and that's a teensy bit much for me.
What's wrong with you? Don't you like buttocks and breasts?
No, I don't, thank you very much. They're a little bit unshaven over there in Scotland.
Now I'm saying it's not working.
And a 1 star.
Yeah, good.
When I left the characters yesterday, Claire and Jamie had just finished a conversation about John Gray's gayness and whether Claire should fix Higgins's hemorrhoids.
Oh, should Claire fix Higgins's hemorrhoids?
Then Claire performed surgery on said hemorrhoids while discussing the virtues of fibre in one's diet. This is not what I want from my romance novels. That was in all caps, that bit.
Yes, I got
Yes.
that. You should have done.
This is not what I want from my romance novels.
Maureen 1 star. Maureen 1 star. If I had to sum it up, Game of Thrones in a kilt.
There was lots of discussion and lots of 1-star reviews. People were very upset because there was a lot of sex.
Really?
A lot of shagging, as we alluded to in one of those reviews there. So I found a fairly sexual passage.
Really?
And I'm hoping that maybe you could read it authentically in your kilt.
Oh, for an audio book.
Yes. You could be the narrator.
I suppose you could twist my arm.
Are you ready?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, just know I was actually trying to rank I love you, I like you, I worship you. I have to have my inside you in terms of relative sincerity. Did I say that? He said, sounding slightly startled. Yes, weren't you listening? No, he admitted. I meant every word of it though. His hand cupped 1 buttock, weighing it appreciatively. Still do come to that. What? Even the last one? I laughed and rubbed my forehead gently against his chest, feeling his jaw rest snugly on top of my head. Oh aye, he said, gathering me firmly against him with a sigh. I will say the flesh requires a bit of supper and a wee rest before I think of doing it again. But the spirit is always willing. God, ye have the sweetest fat wee bum. Only seeing it makes me want to give it ye again directly. It's lucky you're wed to a decrepit old man, says a knock. Or you'd be on your knees with your arse in the air this minute. Whew.
Wow, so spicy with that accent.
There's a wee wet spot on me chair. Clean up on aisle 3.
Okay, that was our very last summer programming.
For this year.
Last best bits of 2005. Next week we are getting into 2006.
Yeah.
I don't know what's happening yet. Still haven't done the research.
We'll figure it out.
Hopefully Daniel's back from his holiday as well, so we can have a new intro.
Yes, otherwise you'll end up with the holding Daniel.
Yes.
Nobody wants a holding Daniel. We just want a real Daniel. Anyway, we'll see how we go with all of that stuff. You can come and find us on the socials in the lead up to it. We'll probably do some things and be fidgeting around there. If you've got a boom, you could send one of those in, for example,
please
voice
do.
messages and stuff. Maybe we could load a few booms into the cannon before we actually start. That'd be awesome. Otherwise, just sit idly by and wait until next week when we break into 2006 on T-20.
Catch you then.
Thanks for taking the time to rewind. Join us next time for another week that was 20 years ago. In the meantime, come and reminisce on the socials. Search for T-20 Podcast on Facebook, Instagram, and TikTok.